But when you got things going on in your life, you try to stay focused on what God wants you to do versus what man wants you to do. You guys know I've been celibate for 7 years, going on 8 years. I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't party. I try to do things the right way. And I think people will think that I'm strange, but I'm not. At the end of the day, I want to love people like Jesus do. I can never be perfect because I've made tons of mistakes, but I try to, do the best that I can do to be a good person. So I know a lot of you guys be like, we ain't seen you in a while. Well, I did try to create me a podcast so I can at least try to, be an inspiration to people. And I may be going through a lot of financial hardship, but I do try to teach financial education because that is something that no one teaches in this world. So I know you guys see the title. So I'm just gonna wait for a few seconds until people jump on. But I just have to let that out there that I'm still gonna always be a good person. I'm still gonna always do the right thing, no matter what I did within my life. And yes, I could be going around, you know, complaining, being frustrated, or be sad, but I rather use that energy to inspire someone to just keep going. Because I do believe in God. I do love Jesus with all my heart. And I know that if Jesus made the ultimate sacrifice and he went through worse than us, then I know me getting to the other side, I'm going to go through a lot as well. And I know you guys see that I'm not going to like say it's official, but they are literally trying to lock our doors on October the 28th. I don't know how long this takes. I thought eviction was for people that rent homes or houses or apartments, but I didn't know somebody that owns their mortgage, someone can take it from them and unbid it so they won't get all of the money that the house have bid so much equity on. So I feel so bad, you know, for not being able to help my mother out. But I do know that God is going to get us out of this situation. I did my best to submit a lawsuit against the banks and their servicer and their substitute trustee. That's still pending for a new hearing. Right now, the banks are actually having the balls to file a motion 91A to say that they want an early dismissal. I'm not sure where they're running from. I know that when we get a hearing in court, they're going to have to produce the original documents. And a lot of times these banks don't have it. And then I have a justice court where they are trying to evict my mother out of her home. And the judge literally said in our faces, "Oh, that's a good man. I'm going to file judgment." And I was very shocked because it's very biased. When you doing business work, you need to condone things business liking. And it was very shocking to me to know that we are just the numbers out here. And it doesn't matter what color we're in. If you're in the corporate America world, then the system is really will always be against us. It's never was for us. And I know that people right now are very excited about the EBT getting cut off or the SNAP, however you call it, food stamp. And they're saying, I'm tired of taking care of lazy people. It's not even about that because I see veterans, I see government officials, I see great mothers, great fathers that work 2 to 3 jobs, take care of the community, take care of their family, and they still have to fall short and ask for assistance because things are getting high. Inflation, you cannot outpace inflation if you are not investing. And if your job is your only source of income, you're never going to get ahead. It doesn't matter how much of a 2 to 3% increase at your job that you receive, you're never going to outpace inflation if it's 6 to 7%. It's just not going to work. So I'm going to wait for a few seconds till you guys get on here. Hey world, I hope all is well. And I know it's been a while since I did a live. I normally just upload videos for you guys. But when you are following what God wants you to do, sometimes you got to stay away from these social medias. I do still be consistent with uploading videos for you guys just to keep you going. I hope you guys follow my podcast. I don't know how to share it. I try to call it It's Your Money with Delilah. So if you guys find it, that would be great as well. But I know you see the title, Hey Love, and I'm not going to guarantee it because it's still time for us to fight for our rights, and to appeal everything that the justice court is denying because they denied my mom's appeal. And I know why, because we caught them hanging out with each other. So we know that, small cities, everybody know each other. And if money is involved and they paying people under the table, a lot of time the consumers always lose. My mother had been in her house for 27 years. VA backed up Homestead. She should never have to go through losing her home or being homeless. But I believe in God to know that if anything does happen, and if I do officially lose my mom's home, I know that He will have something better for me and her on the other side. Because that's our goal, getting to the other side. Because once you get to the other side, you're going to be good. It's just that in between getting to the other side, there's chaos, there's financial hardship, there's losing someone, betrayal, your friends turning back against you. It's a lot that you go through. And I would never forget that hearing the story when they said Jesus was on that cross. And when He asked for water, they dipped the hibiscus, I forgot the name of that plant, into, vinegar water and literally gave it to Him to drink. And it blows my mind to know that some people, hey, my love, some people don't want to help you. Some people want to be on the other side of that whip. Some folks just want control. They want that power. But it doesn't matter where you at in this country. We should help one another out to beat a system that's always been against us. Literally beat a system that was never for us. Money, materialistic stuff, you can never get it when you leave this earth. It's not going with you. So let's stop analyzing these type of things and let's come together and help one another help each other get out of this situation. So that's why I could be frustrated. I could be angry. I could be distracted by all of the stuff that's going on. But I use my energy to inspire other people. Because that's the goal. You want to be able to be valuable to the people and help them out. This government shutdown is just another scare tactics on you guys. It's just another setup. They want you to break. They want to hurt you. They want you to give up. But you have to stand firm. Stand strong in what you believe in because it's a test. And we as the people have more authority, more rights than anybody else that's in those seats. Stop being distracted saying the president is the issue. I truly believe that if everybody hated Jesus, then you can finish the sentence on that one, okay? But I'm here to say that the system has been always rigged. The system has been always outdated. The system has always been against you. You have to understand what side you fall on. Either you want to be a valuable person and help the people out, or you want to be on the other side where you take advantage of the people and let them feel like they're the issue. I don't like it that they wrongfully foreclosed my mother's house. I don't like it that they underbid my mother's house, knowing her house was paid off. But they said she still had a little debt. She's been in her home since 1998. I think God is using me not only to get my mother out of her situation, but to advocate for anybody else that don't know that there's resources out there. We have to learn to help each other out, you guys. Things are getting harder. The government shutdown is giving people uncertainty. People don't know, can't pay their rent. People can't pay their car note. People can't pay their mortgage. People cannot even put food on the table. They are trying everything in this world to break us. But God is a powerful God, and He will prevail. I get it. I get it. Of course they didn't teach money in school. Because if they taught money in school, a lot of us wouldn't be in our financial hardship that we're in. A lot of us wouldn't be going through what we're going through. A lot of us would have made the world a better place. So I'm here to tell someone and encourage someone, don't give up. You are too close to the blessing that God has for you. I'm telling you, I got to eat some because I have really been hurting. It's been hard. It's been hard for me to eat, but I'm definitely going to. I like green plantains, so, they're still good. But to feel like I can lose my mother's home, it breaks my heart because my mother is a good woman. She doesn't drink. She doesn't smoke. She does things for the community. She's always giving. She's always cooking for somebody. She's always doing what she thinks is right. And for the system to go against her, it breaks my heart. I don't want her to lose her home. But because we can't afford, any lawyer, we can't afford to beat these big corporations, it hurts. Hey, my loves, I hope all is well with you guys. It hurts. But I know God has put me in this situation not only to help my mom out, but to help anybody else that's going through things in silence because they think we need the money. They think we need to have this lawyer. But if you know your rights, send certified letters in. Send those appeals. Write those letters for reconsideration. Write those letters for inability to waive a court cost. You have rights as the consumer. And see, they want you to give up. They want you to not question. When you have a hearing in court with those big banks, they can't produce the originals. Most of the time, well, all of the time, it's altered. These things are fabricated. The goal in life is they want you to have a house, but the older you get, you're not supposed to keep it. You're supposed to give it back or let them take it from you. If you're dealing with any financial hardship, do not give up. I'm going to keep fighting until the end. They're trying to change my mother's lock by the 28th of October, throwing us out there to the wolves. She's been in her home for 27 years. That is a lot of items that you accumulate over those years. They're going to treat her like an animal. Devil is a liar. And I get it. I love God so much. These are material things. But no one deserves to lose anything that they worked hard for. We deserve to live in abundance, have prosperity, have a community, have an organization that we can come together and help one another out. Like, how is it that it's supposed to be the wealthiest country, the resourceful country, and we can't get any resources, any help? And I don't want nobody to just give me anything. I want guidance. I want to be able to fight the system that is against us. And it doesn't matter what color you is. If you're in corporate America world, the system is against you. If you have a college degree and you never use it, the system is against you. If you've been working for 40, 50 years and still working, the system been against you. If you're a veteran and fought for your country and now you're struggling, the system's been against you. They want you to have a whole bunch of children, but they want to take everything away from you to keep them maintained. Make it make sense. What's up, world? I hope all is well with each and every one of you guys. But make it make sense. Homelessness, people. I literally pray for y'all because at a drop of a dime, any one of us can be homeless. Any one of us can go through something crazy in life. You have to hold on to your faith. You got to continue to believe in yourself and know that God is going to get you out of your situation. Some of us stay comfortable in our situation. Some of us get to accustomed to just the norm. And God will move you. He will make things look like everything is against the wall on you for you to move. And I'm grateful that he's using me and my mother to help other people out, because no one deserved to be thrown out in the streets knowing that they've been in a house for 27 years. No one deserved to feel like they can't keep a roof over their head or food on the table or clothes on their back. No one. Anything that you guys are going through, I rebuke it in the name of Jesus. The goal is to just don't give up. Stand strong. Use the energy to help somebody else out. I had all the friends in the world. Trust me, I did. I can't call one person that has my back. I can't reach out to somebody knowing that I got a lot of people that got money, but I can't call them because God said I can't. See, people know your situation. If people been paying attention to you, they know that if your presence ain't speaking loud, your absence should speak louder. And see, when people get money or when people get this fame or when people get feeling themselves, they forget about the little ones. I'm grateful I never was a person that was always, begging for something or always needy for something. I try to use my hardships that I'm in financially to be an inspiration to other people. Because who doesn't want to learn how to outpace inflation or reduce their taxes or eliminate their bad debt and have good debt or get big business out their pocket or show them how to have irrevocable trust that won't be probate or show them how to become an investor, how to buy land, how to buy precious metal, how to actually become the bank, how to have life insurance that have cash value. Like, who doesn't want to learn those type of things? So even though I'm in my financial hardship, I'm grateful for the information that I'm receiving. I'm grateful for the education that I'm getting because they would never teach us money in school. I'm not going to say as the final thing that I lost my mom's house, a VA homestead backed up. I'm going to say I'm going to fight it until I can no longer fight it because the system is definitely against me. The system is definitely against you. They don't want you to win. They don't want you to be great. They don't want you to be successful. They don't want you to be financially free. They want you to be financially independent, instability. They want you to fail. They don't want you to be independent. They don't want you to be living your best life. They want you to be depending. That's what I wanted to say the first time. They want you to depend on a system that is broken. They want you to depend on the government so they can snatch it away from you. Don't give these people this much control. People work so hard to have a good life for it to just be taken from them. This is the wealthiest country in the world. No one should be struggling for basic necessities. No one should be feeling like inflation is kicking their butts. So much high taxes. They can't get out of debt. They can't pay for their rent. They can't pay for their mortgage. No one should have to go through any of these things. People think that, having a job is a blessing. No, be thankful for that job. We just can't be satisfied because once we go into the corporate America world, someone controls your time and your money and keep you away from your families. That's not a blessing. That's a curse. But a lot of us don't think that because they have a mindset thinking, bills can't be paid by themselves. We have to work. They got us really thinking that we have to do certain things and we don't. We need to live life in abundantly. We literally need to help each other out, get to the next level. It's a shutdown for today's the 24 days the government been shut down. And then November 1st, they're cutting off everybody EBT. And people are excited. Oh, I'm tired of taking care of the lazy. Those people ain't lazy. Those people are hard-working people that fell short. Good people, want to sound like the dang on judge. Good people that really are doing their best to make sure their family's taken care of, that they had to go ask for help. Right before the holidays, they literally taking food from your table. They literally taking money out your family's pockets. Make it make sense, ladies and gentlemen. Make it make sense. This is not how life is supposed to be. Let me ask you a question. Do you think it's a blessing for us to work for 40 to 50 years just to have everything taken from us? Or do you want to enjoy life for 40 to 50 years and live in abundance? How is it that all of us now, can't pay our mortgage, can't pay, and keep in mind, my mama's house is paid off, but they auctioned my mother's house September the 2nd, and they're trying to kick her out October the 28th. They want to put a lock on her door. It's devastating to know that she worked hard to make sure the roof was over her head for them to take it from her. This is a sad people that we have in these seats. They're sad. It should never, ever be like that. Thank you, Sunshine. It should never, ever be like that. Hey, honey, welcome. And I tell people all the time that it don't matter what country we're in. Love one another. Be generous to one another. Be compassionate to one another. We need each other. No one should be struggling to keep a roof over their head, to put food on the table, to put clothes on their backs. No one should ever feel like they cannot take care of basic necessities. I know what I'm going through. I could be sad, I could be mad, I could be frustrated, I could be angry, but I'm using my energy and I'm using the love that I have to inspire other people. Because my mother do not deserve to lose her home. She don't deserve to be a victim of a wrongfully foreclosure. And these big banks are saying, we don't know why you put us in this lawsuit. We have no dealings with this. But when we went to court on Tuesday, the people said they initiated this foreclosure. So now I'm realizing that these lawyers that these big corporations have, these big banks have, they pay these people to lie, to fix the mess, to clear it all up. See, they thought us as consumers, us as the taxpayers, are not going to question. Who alters a promissory note? Who lies about saying they don't have no dealings? If you had no dealings, when the complaint from the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau was entered, why did you reply? Why did you say you needed more time? And why did you try to reply when you had enough time and say, we're going to mail it to you? You can't add it to the portal? Because when you put a Consumer Financial Protection Bureau complaint in, you can make it public so everybody can see it. These big banks are the worst scammers of the world. I'm grateful for financial education. If I knew what I knew now, I'll be in a further situation than I'm in. But sometimes, thank you, Sunshine, sometimes God will make you go through a lot to test you, to see if you're still faithful, to test you, to see if you're going to use that energy and the problems you're in to inspire other people. I want to help other people get out of their situations. I want to be that good leader that becomes valuable to the world. I want to help people outpace inflation, reduce their taxes, secure and protect their family asset, outpace inflation, help them become the bank, help them buy precious metal, help them buy land in the path to grow, help them have life insurance that brings cash value, help them to literally live in abundance. No one should be struggling. If you made that choice to do so, that's on you. But if the system is against you, we got to come together and help one another out. We got to fix it. We got to make it right. It's more of us good people than all the evil people in the world. It really is. I never thought the wealthiest country, the American dream that we're supposed to have, is going against us. But when I dig deep and go through the rabbit hole, the system was never for us. The system has always been against you, me, or anybody that you know. If you get a 2 to 3% increase at your job, that ain't no blessing, because inflation is 6 to 7%. How would you ever be able to outpace it? If you're getting advancement at your job from a refund, how is that even a blessing? Because that means you don't have no money. That means you need to learn how to invest that money to make more money. It's called compound interest, dividends, residual, passive income. If I wasn't so worried about pleasing other people, I'll be in a further situation that I'm in. But God put me here for a reason, not only to help me, but to help other people out. Listen, I love you. I want the best for y'all. If y'all want to have a conversation with me, if you're a community that is willing to help people that are wrongfully foreclosure, veterans that are facing homelessness, people that can't pay their rent or their mortgage, and you know the laws in Texas, my number is 469-340-2953. I would love to learn from you. I would love to get guidance from you, because they're locking my mother house on Tuesday. And we have did our best to deplete everything. There's a temporary district hearing for a new scheduled date at the district court office for us to, it's basically a lawsuit for a TRO, SB 1734, because it was a Senate bill for us to review people that have had, I think it's like a foreclosure, not a foreclosure, the fraudulent on people's deed, like where they snatch it up. So I'm grateful for that bill that was signed, but it's really time for us to know the laws, beat the system, and help other people that may not know that there's resources out here. And you don't need no money. You don't need no lawyer. You just got to know your rights, and you got to submit the right documentations. Period. Period. So I love you guys. I want the best for y'all, but I know I didn't lose my mother house. And if anything does happen where they come and lock this door and change the lock and throw everything outside, God has something better. See, people's okay with you looking embarrassed. People's okay with you looking like a fool. People's okay with you seeing you lose everything because they never seen it before. Just be grateful that you've never been in that situation. I'm grateful that I'm being used for the situation, because I'm going to help many people never, ever go through what we're going through. I love you guys. One love.